Hey guys, this is Matt with BleepinJeep.com. Today I'd like to talk to you about dual batteries. But first, check out my website, BleepinJeep.com. It's got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, none of the boring stuff. And don't forget to subscribe right here to my channel, BleepinJeep. Also, make sure to check out my Facebook page, BleepinJeep.com on Facebook. Alright, so dual batteries. I get a lot of questions about dual batteries. I guess because people have seen mine in my green Jeep. The first question you might have is, why would you want dual batteries? Well, there's a lot of reasons that you might want dual batteries, including you can run one on your winch and one on everything else. You can run your stereo system on the second battery. You can pick and choose what you want to run on which battery. But the number one thing that I like about dual batteries is safety, and that is just actually just peace of mind, actually. And the reason being, if I leave a light on, let's say like this, I leave the hood up on accident and it's got a little light under here, and I come back a couple days later and the battery is just completely dead. Instead of hunting around finding some jumper cables and somebody to jump me, all I do is flip the little switch and I'm on the second battery. I start it up and off I go. So that works the same way if you're at a, if you're out and about at an airport and you park, for 2 weeks and you come back, your battery's dead. You don't have to worry about it. Also, you can run your stereo. Let's say you like to listen to music while you're out camping. You can run your stereo all night long if you want to. You don't have to worry about your battery going dead, because if it does, you just flip it over to your second battery and you can start it right back up. So that's the coolest thing about dual batteries. Alright, so the second question you may have is, how do I hook up a dual battery? Well, you can just hook the batteries together, negative to negative and positive to positive. If you get it backwards, you'll have a 24-volt system, and you don't want that, so make sure you do it right. But if you do hook them up, just the batteries, hook them up together like that, you're not going to have that safety and that security that you're looking for. What you actually need is an isolator. And there's a couple companies that make them. This one is made by Painless. But basically what you're going to get is a big isolator switch like this. One battery goes to one and one battery goes to the other here. And this comes with all the wiring and the wire loom and fuses that you'll need. It actually even has some lights to put in your dash to let you know which battery you're running on, or actually what your setup is. But basically you get a switch like this, and it's a three-way toggle. In the middle you've got, you're on your regular battery, you're not using your dual battery. One direction you'll get a green light, and that means you're using your second battery only when the key is in the on position. And if you switch it the other way, you'll get a red light, which means you're using your dual battery all the time, whether the key is in the on position or not. So I like to just keep it in the middle position until I need that battery, and then just switch it to the green position for the most part. On rare occasions, I'll switch it to the red to use the second battery while the engine and key is off. So there's probably a couple different companies that make these, but make sure you're going to do an isolator switch if you're going to do dual batteries. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of point in doing so. The third question you may have is, where am I going to put my second battery? If you've got a big truck or you've got like a Jeep Wrangler, there's plenty of room in the engine compartment, and you can just go online, find a dual battery tray for your vehicle, bolt it in, hook everything up, and you're good to go. On a Jeep Cherokee, though, there's not a lot of space in the engine compartment, and things are a little bit trickier to add a dual battery in there. There's a couple options you can look at, and I'll go over those with you now if you want. The first is to put one battery, or you could put two batteries in the back of the Jeep. And I don't really like that option, because you got to make sure they're really bolted down and secure. If you can imagine having a wreck at 70 miles an hour and those batteries come flying forward, they'd really have to be bolted down to keep them in place. Another option that I did in my green Jeep was to put them underneath the dash on the passenger side. That's not really an option for a daily driver because there's not a lot of room to put your feet over there when you're sitting in there, but it works for my Jeep, but I don't really recommend it. They will fit under there, however. And another option is to put them on this side over here. There's a couple different spots in here. Come over here and I'll show you. Alright, so here's the main battery, of course, and in the Jeep Cherokee there's not enough room to put two batteries right over here. If you're going to do the open to closed conversion, it's possible that you could make a mount right over here and fit a battery, but that's if you're really good and handy with fabrication. You might be able to put one there, and when you do the conversion you'll have to get the newer bottle, and you could just move it on the other side. Now another option, and the absolute easiest option, is put your second battery right here where the air intake box used to be. Now we just made this new cold air intake, so if you're going to do this you would need to reroute this cold air intake more in this position right here, and in that case you're not really going to have cold air anymore because your battery is going to be blocking that, and you can't force air around your battery into this air filter. But you can't have it all, so you got to pick and choose what you want. But another option would be to take your cold air intake up into here, which I've seen a lot of people do, and maybe we'll get around to that one day. But the easiest way to do the second battery is just to get you another stock battery box from a Cherokee at the junkyard, and with a few modifications you can actually make this fit right down there, almost just like this one, maybe turned a little bit differently, and then you'll be able to bolt your battery down right here, and I believe that's the best option. There's also a company that makes a kit to do all that for you, but it's a little bit pricey, but it does come with the air filter and everything that you need to do the modification. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit today about dual batteries. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page, BleepinJeep.com, and don't forget to check out my website, BleepinJeep.com. It's got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, none of the boring stuff, and don't forget to subscribe right here to my channel, BleepinJeep. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Leave your comments below. Thanks much.